All right, welcome everyone to a special segment of OA Hockey here for Oliver Ames. So I'm your host, Aaron Grothy, along with
Tom Corey. How you guys doing? We're going to talk a little bit about the OA boys hockey seniors tonight. Oliver Ames has 10 seniors that will be graduating this year. They're a big part of the success of OA hockey and why they're doing so well. So we're going to just give a little quick shout out regarding the different players that are seniors. So I'll start out. Jack Corey, always a contributor to OA. He's got a career 59 points. Is one of the leaders this year, yet again. Nicknamed the Moose. Big kid, plays physical, and gets in front of the net and agitates the other team quite a bit. So he's contributed quite a bit this year in his 4 years at OA hockey, and is just a beast in front of the net.
Yeah, I've loved watching Jack play through the years. Every year he's always improved, and his physicalness now has become a threat, and that's what I've really liked about it. Next on our list is Andrew Livingstone. He is our leading scorer for our team. 66 career total. He's got 16 points this season so far. So he's definitely a very strong presence on the ice. Smooth skater. He brings it every time he's out there.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a smooth skater. So he looks good on skates. He just moves really well, and has really contributed quite a bit to the team. Next up, Matthew Lawson, one of the captains. He's the starting center for OA. And one thing about Matthew, he always brings full effort. You always know when he's out there, he's going to be playing his butt off. So he's been a lot of fun to watch. He is, one of the top three between him, Livingstone, and Corey. They're kind of the big three, I call them, on offense. And they're between the three of them, they're always leading in points, and really helping out the team quite a bit. And he dives for pucks. He's just scrappy and relentless on the ice.
I love it. I love using that word. He's a scrappy player. It's great. 150% all around. Definitely a great player. Next on the list is Landon Grothy. He's got a career total of 14 points and a very strong physical presence on the ice. You do not want to get in his way. He will mull you over. So that in itself has really helped this team. I mean, he's made a lot of defensive plays, great passes to get out of the zone and get it out into the neutral zone to score even. So, I mean, I think this year he has 10 assists. So, those passes, that's what it is.
Nope. He's his hits and his shots are both pretty forceful. So he's had some really nice goals this year on offense. He's a defensive player, but his offensive skills have been noticeable. He's not just a kid that can hit. He's a kid that can play hockey too and get some shots and get some goals. So he's been really fun to watch. That brings on our next defenseman, which is Jake Cunningham. Jake has gotten a lot more playing time this year, which is great to see. He's earned it. They're really deep on D, so he's been getting a lot more in there, I'd say, playing. And Jake just dives for every puck, and no one dives more than Jake. And that's what we love to watch about him. He's out there giving a full effort. He'll block a shot. He'll poke check a shot. Diving full out on the ice, which is really, really fun to watch. He had a big goal against KP, I think it was, this season. So he's been playing really, really well. He's fun to watch.
I always love the fact that when Jake's on the ice, he wants to keep the puck in the zone. He'll forecheck, he'll pinch when he's always I gotta make sure I get to that play to keep it involved and get us to score. So I've always loved that.
Absolutely.
Next on our list is Andy Poulos, Easton's finest, as we like to call him. So he just won Easton's finest here for Oliver Ames. A defenseman, great defenseman. He's always helped around. He's always stepped up in the defensive play. And I know that everybody on the team loves him because he's always, he's a funny kid.
But Andy's a great all-around player, good defensive player. He'll lay a hit. I called him Terry Krug a few years ago when he skated across ice and basically hit a kid pretty hard, reminded me of that run the Bruins made years ago for the Stanley Cup. So he's a really good kid, really fun to watch, and all-around good defensive player by far. So next on the list is Ryan Parks. So Ryan was a defensive player that the coaches decided to put him on offense. Again, heavy on defense. A lot of defensive players at OA. So OA could use another offensive player. They asked Ryan to do it. He did it, and he looks good out there. He's really contributing to the team, gets the puck up ice, puts his team in good opportunities to get some goals and just bring that puck up ice. And he looks good out there playing offense, and especially the last few games, you can notice it.
Oh, yeah. All right, next on our list is Ethan St. Jean. So now Ethan, this is his first year on the varsity team. He's played JV, for the last 3 years. And he, the best thing that I could say about him is that when he's on the ice, he gives it his all. Again, a scrappy player like Matt Lawson, and he likes to chirp. So yeah, it's fun to watch him be out there, especially this year. We still have a few more games. I'd love to see him get a goal.
Yeah, he's playing well, and he's you don't like him when he's not on your team, but you love him when he's on your team. And what I mean by that is, you mentioned he chirps a little bit. He gets under the other team's skin. He does a great job of that, and he'll even draw penalties just from frustrating the other team, which is great to see. You need a guy like that on your team. So it's good to see him getting some playing time out there and really helping out his team any way he can. Next on the list is Sean Kearns, the other captain, other senior captain, defenseman. And with Sean, I would just say he's a smooth skater and a smooth hockey player. He does a really good job when there's pressure on him to kind of go back with the puck and turn with the puck in different directions, basically evading that forecheck. And at the same time, he can take the puck up ice and get through some players pretty quickly and pretty easily and get a good shot on net. So all around, he's a good hockey player, a good defenseman, and he just looks really kind of poised out there and confident when he gets the puck. He's patient and does what he needs to do to keep the offensive players away from him.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish one thing I would see more of, and we saw it in the KP game, where Kearns and Landon Grothe were matched up on a power play.
Yep.
And they ended up scoring from it. Landon gave him assist. Probably I would say the two best defensemen on the team as far as, scores go. But you put them both out there, and they're a big force to reckon with.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a lot of good players this year, which is just helping them out and contributing to the success they've been having so far.
All right, and that'll bring us, last but not least, Nolan Gimetti, our goalie. And this is really funny. So Nolan stepped up because Jack Corey didn't want to. Jack Corey played goalie 1 year in middle school, and when they needed a goalie, because we only had one, it was Brandon Burke back when they were freshmen, so he was a sophomore. They asked who could step up, and Nolan kept looking at Jack, and he didn't want to do it. So Nolan said, "I'll do it," and I'm glad he did, because he is having a phenomenal year this year. 347 saves out of 393. I mean, that's just insane.
Yeah,
especially for someone who has really only played this year. I mean, he played a little bit in his freshman year, but this is it, and he has just come out guns blazing, blocking everything. It's
he's
great.
Been playing unbelievable, and he's made a ton of saves. Plymouth South game, made a breakaway save. That was the first game of the season, and they had a penalty shot with about a minute left in overtime in that game. I think it might be the first penalty shot I think I've seen in a few years, at least at OA, and it was in overtime, and Nolan made the save, got him the tie. So he's contributed quite a bit. It's a special group of kids, special group of players that's just really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been great. Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for sitting with us and hearing about all the seniors. We'll see you on the ice.
Go away.